And it's the people where just nothing is right. And they start that whining approach where they just, everything's bad. They make generalizations and they just go on and on. And the rant just seems like it never ends. And there's
It
certain things
doesn't
that you
end.
suggest you
You
should
should
not do. So don't agree with them. That just encourages
that
them.
gives more whining.
There you go. Don't disagree with
No,
them.
because then I have to whine more to convince you.
Don't try to solve their problems because many times they don't want that.
No, because I'll just switch to another problem.
And never ask them why they are complaining to you about their problems.
Oh, no, because I need somebody to annoy.
There you go. So those are things you shouldn't do.
All
What
right.
should you do?
Well, you should ask a lot of questions. You have to, the root of whining is a feeling of being helpless. The root of negativity is hopeless. They're really on a continuum. Okay. You start with whining and then negativity is fossilized whining. Goes on. What's the use? Why bother? So, uh, you first of all listen to what they're saying, but then you interrupt. How do you know when they interrupt them? When they repeat themselves. Okay, because whining is going to go around. These loop tapes, they're going to go around as many times as you let them. So give them one loop, but as soon as they start telling you something they already told you in this sitting, you say, "Excuse me for interrupting. Just want to make sure I understand." People want to be understood. So you're saying blah 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 blah, and you give a complete backtrack summary of what you heard so far. Then you roll up your sleeves and you start to clarify, because whining is in big generalizations, but specifics are the first step to problem solving. So you start asking questions, but then what they're going to do is generalization swapping. You'll say, "What's wrong?" They say, "Everything." Okay, but what specifically? Well, all of it. When does it occur? It happens all the time. Who's doing it? Everybody. It's par for the course. You can go see 5 questions, spinning your wheels, going nowhere. That's okay. You have to resist the temptation to bail out and offer a solution. Your goal is to outlast them at this phase. If you keep staying with it relentlessly, slowly but surely, they will get more and more specific. And finally, boom, you're looking at some specifics of a real problem. And at that point, it may be very obvious to you what should be done, but you don't want to say it. You got to get them to say it. So you go, "Well, looking at it, this, the blah, 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 blah. What do you think we should do?" "Well, I guess we should." And they'll bring in something that makes such sense. You'll be amazed. Why couldn't they have said that before? The reason they couldn't say it before is human beings can only pay attention to 7 ± 2 things at any one time consciously. If I'm looking at the generalization, everything is wrong, I can't problem solve a generalization. Once you get me to be specific, so I'll look at some specifics, then I can start thinking problem solving. So some people will get off the whining bus at that moment. Other people, when you ask them, "Well, what do you think we should do?" will say, "I don't know." I don't know is your nothing person's first response on a talkative day. I don't know. This is what works with I don't knows. You say, "Guess, make something up. If you did know, what would it be?" And you give an expectant look like this. If you want to experience the power of an expectant look, get on a crowded elevator, pick a stranger at random and go. They confess all kinds of funny things. Actually, I'm kidding about the elevator. I'm not kidding about the look. We all have a natural expectant look that follows a question. Turn up the dial about 50% on your expectant look and hold it in expectant pause. And 9 out of 10 people are whining. It will go, "Well, I guess we should." And they'll bring in something that makes such sense. Why couldn't they say that before? Other people at this point, if they that trick, you still have a trick up your sleeve. You exaggerate. So I remember doing a couple seminar once. A lady said, "He leaves too many glasses in the sink." I said, "Really? How many? How often?" She says, "Too many and too often." I said, "Okay, but give us a number here." She goes, "Oh, I don't know." I said, "Guess." She said, "Too many, too often." I said, 50 glasses a day, 7 days a week, 31 days a month. No, 3 or 4 glasses 4 times a week. Where were those numbers a moment ago? I remember talking to a surveyor. I said, "How much does it cost?" He says, "I don't know. It's hard to say." I said, $50, $5,000. He says, "Oh, no, 500. Where were those numbers a moment ago? I don't know. But if you exaggerate, people get specific. So if a whiner cannot think of a solution, you suggest, "What if we kill everybody other department?" "Okay. Can I help?" "Yes, you could help." And now you do want them to help. As a solution forms, you want to either assign if you have positional power or suggest if you don't, for them to be active in the solution process, because you want to give them a personal experience of not being helpless and being able to change something.